Let's talk about the visitor's visa. Hi, my name is Audra Doyle, and I'm the owner and attorney of Doyle Law here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're going to talk about one of the most common visas out there, the visitor's visa, also known as the B visa. Now, the first thing you need to know about this visa is you're going to apply for it at the embassy abroad or at the local consulate where you live. It is a very simple application process, but even though the process is simple to apply, in my estimation, only about half of the cases are approved. The reason why most B visas are not approved are the following two reasons. Number one is that the applicant cannot show that they are planning to go home. Number two, the applicant cannot show that they financially are able to come to the U.S. without working. So let's go through the application process and how to give you the best chance of success. Number one, you're going to go to your embassy website and you're going to find a section on the website that says how to apply for the B visa. You follow the instructions, gather the right documents, submit the form, submit the application fee, and set yourself up for an interview. All of that very straightforward. The first tip is that you must always tell the truth on your visa application. They absolutely go check what you wrote today to see if something you wrote in the past is different. Misrepresentation, changing answers is a big no-no. Now, if you have a typo on the form, that's different, and you need to explain that to the officer when you get to your appointment. So after you set up your appointment, you have another job to do. You need to gather evidence to show the two things that I mentioned before. The number one most important thing, and I think the number one reason for denial, is that the person fails to demonstrate that they're going to go home. So the consular officer is looking for strong ties to your home country. So if you say, yes, Mr. Officer, I am going to America for a short trip, but I have to come back to my home country because my job is expecting me back on November 2nd. And also, my wife and children are not traveling with me. They're going to stay here. My wife needs help with the baby. Also, I own a house here in my home country. I have real estate, I have bank accounts, I have all these legitimate, strong ties to my home country. That is really going to help your chances of approval. If you go to the consulate on your big day and you say, I have no family back home, I have no bank accounts back home, I have no job back home, I have no intention of leaving the United States, then the consular officer, rightly so, is going to say, I think you intend to stay in the United States, and they're not going to approve that visitor visa. The second thing to watch out for, the second biggest reason for denial, in my opinion, is people fail to show that they can afford their trip. So I like for my clients to show a round trip plane ticket, to show you're leaving, going to the U.S., you're planning to come back on a certain day. Be sure when you're buying that ticket that it is refundable, because what happens if your visa is not approved? You're going to lose all your money for that plane ticket. So be sure you get a refundable ticket, and also show that you have money in the bank. Show that you can afford to go to the U.S. for a visit for 3 to 6 months and you don't have to work. Because if they have a suspicion that you plan to work on your visitor's visa, they're also not going to approve the case. So activities that are permitted on the visitor's visa: for a B2 visitor for pleasure, you can come here for tourism, you can come here to visit family, things like that. Have a nice vacation. That's what the B2 visa is for. Work is not permitted. And for the B1 visa, it's all the same thing on your visa, but you'll enter as a B1 or a B2 to the U.S. The B1 visa is called the business visitor visa, and for that type of visa, you need to show that you may have a business meeting, you may have corporate appointments, you may have to go negotiate a contract, for example. You may have to buy some products for your company back home. Those are legitimate activities for a business visitor. So I hope you can see the big two takeaways. Be absolutely sure that you can show you are going to go home and that you can show you can afford your trip. That's going to give you a higher chance of success.